All right, so now, and for those who are watching this on YouTube, it is good to maybe practice a little mindfulness or just be present for a few minutes before doing this contemplation we are going to do now. So get some time to settle yourself. Just be, and then engage in this contemplation. So the purpose of this little contemplation now is to go on a journey back in time. So it's not just staying in the here and now. It's kind of going in a time machine in order to explore our experience as a young child or young teenager, and to look at it in a fresh way, revisit it from awareness, in order to understand more consciously and more clearly some of those gifts we received from our parents from childhood. And in these gifts, there, of course, many of us were lucky, had loving parents, some of us, and we, learned lots of good things, developed skills and qualities. But even with wonderful parents, there are still infiltrated certain messages that they unknowingly passed to us, though they did the best they could with their tools, or even some messages that we created as like a 5-year-old, making some conclusions about something that happened, and we might have made some conclusions that to help us navigate life. And it helped then, but they are a little too tight shoes now for us. So the purpose of this contemplation is to become aware of these things, and it's the first step to free ourselves from any patterns or adaptations or core messages. The first step to free ourselves from them is to even know what they are. So allow yourself to, as you sit comfortable here, kind of fall more deeply onto the chair and as if you are going into a time machine. And also, I want to say that I will have you think of this or that, contemplate this or that. And what I would like us to do is to simply watch whatever comes up. Some memory will come, different memories appear on the screen. We just watch, not doing anything about them. Also, not being lost in them. We are still aware of pictures. Also, it could be that this contemplation, this revisiting may evoke some sensations in the body. We just watch them, allow them. Yeah, so going back as if in a time machine and seeing how magically your body kind of, you see the getting smaller, younger and smaller, and going back in time until when our body was really little, the world of these big people. Yeah, and welcome this, the world of the little you. 3, 4, 5, 6. The world of the little you. Just allow whatever images, memories pop up with the little you, house, the people, mommy and daddy, or whoever was there. And allow this the file of the family, your family, or if some of us didn't have a family, or whoever was there, whatever was happening. Yeah, so check now, knowing that you are safe now, no matter what happened then, you survived. Congratulations. The worst is past, let's say. So yeah, what was happening in the household there? How were the parents treating each other? Were they affectionate? Were they fighting? Can be a whole range of, just allow any images, pictures connected with that. Just watch. How were they talking to each other? How were they dealing with conflict? What was the little you witnessing day in and day out? How were they? How was mommy and daddy? Were they present? Were they home? Were they well? Or maybe they were absent or drunk or stressed. It's natural if this contemplation evokes any sensation, emotions in us, even if little. Just notice, allow any sensations, being aware of these old footages. Was there a physical affection when you were upset, when you're crying or angry or sad or afraid, and you're coming to them? How would they be with that? Were they patient? Were they curious and interested? Were they sending you to your room or telling you to just just knock it off, be quiet, I'll give you something to cry for? Were you feeling, were you feeling safe physically there? Were you feeling emotionally safe? Were your feelings allowed? Or maybe some were not? Which ones? When you would just get into trouble or something would happen, like spilling a milk or lying or getting caught or something, what was happening there? So discussion, were there some consequences, were there violence? Also now, whatever comes up in your awareness can only be pictures, images appearing to awareness, maybe some energies in the body. Yeah, take a moment to just realize that you are watching these things. Welcome all energies in the body and be the witnessing of them. What did you learn as about being a man or a woman, whatever your sex is? As you're watching your mom or your dad, what did you get? What does it mean to be a man or a woman? Maybe there were some explicit messages. You gotta do like this, you gotta be careful about that, don't do that. You just see what those are. And so there are messages that were not said, just the way how they were, how they're being with each other, how they would just watching them, we got a lot of implicit messages. These are some of the gifts we received, gifts in quotation marks. You just open those and see what, yeah. So ask yourself, were your were your needs, were they interested, or were they open to your needs? Did your needs matter? Did your feelings matter? What did you understand that a relationship is, that a family is, mother and father, or maybe some of us there was just a single household, so single parent. How did you? This was the first modeling of what a relationship is, what we have witnessed there. Just welcome any images, memories of them being with each other, were they affectionate, were cold, violent, shut down, erratic, blow ups. Were they talking lovingly to each other or not talking, or touching or not touching? Also, in relation with you, did you feel like you were loved no matter what? Or you had to be in a certain way? And if so, in which way? Did you feel like you needed to be in a certain way to feel loved? or to feel safe. We are not judging the parents. Even they did the best they could with what they got. The knowledge at the time, their traumas, their pain body. We're not blaming anybody. We just need to see those messages that are playing out now. It started then. How did you, was it allowed to be yourself, to be real, to be authentic? Or you felt like you needed to adjust? Some parts were okay, some parts were not allowed. They were not encouraged. So tune now into, at some point, after enough years, quite early on, we adapted. We became in a certain way in order to get love, to be safe, to avoid negative energy, get attention. Yeah, how was your adaptation? Some of us, we become really bad in order to get some attention, because otherwise we'll be ignored. Some of us, we became really good. Felt like we needed to be perfect to attain, to achieve, get straight A's and stuff. Some of us, we learn, yeah, we have to be a good boy, a good girl, not cry, not be difficult. Some of us develop all kinds of strategies. These are all very creative strategies that were useful. Maybe to hide, or to avoid, or to be really funny and pretty and smart, or to lie. Just noticing. We are curious. We are exploring, like observing these footages like a curious, interesting stranger. If feeling, some of us are really at a bad time, and so this can be painful, just this very contemplation. So keep taking refuge in awareness. All that happened already passed, you survived. Also bring up this, the relationship with the, if you were a little girl, the relationship with the father. If you're a little boy, the relationship with the mother. Or, if there was no mother or father, who was the primary opposite sex caretaker? Yeah, so Allow yourself to tune into how you felt. What was the relational field? How were they? Were they balanced? Were they stressed, shut down, drinking, busy, affectionate physically? Were they critical, putting you down, scolding you? Were you feeling safe? Could be a mixed bag for many of us. Also, based on their treatment and things that happen, some of us got, all of us got some messages like, oh, I have to be good. There must be something wrong with me. Something. I'm the cause of their problem. Whatever, just see what comes up in your awareness. It's natural if this contemplation evokes mysterious energies in your body, in your chest, in your belly, or somewhere weird, strange energy. That's good. Just witness. Let go resisting. Allow any feeling, any sadness, anger. It's all allowed. And something is aware. Whatever is there, you are not that. It's just a sensation, an old feeling. No matter how uncomfortable, just allow it. Give it freedom, being a witness. So they have this theory in psychology, and I verified it to a large degree. They say that the type of mm, energetic, the type of dynamic we had in the family, both the good and the bad, the type of energetic, relational, emotional dynamic we had with the mommy and daddy of the opposite sex. That's what was the imprint of what love is. And it's strange because they say some of us had the parents were really mean and destructive and unloving. And somehow we are drawn to some guy or girl who they appear very sweet at the beginning, but then they end up kind of like that. So come back of the time machine, kind of it's fast. You're like now growing up again and young adult, young person, and adult up to now. And look at your relationships, especially the one that have been, monogamous, primary, bonded, girlfriend, husband, boyfriend. Just welcome this dynamic of your usual dynamic in the past, if you are not in a relationship now, or what's happening now. And just check, let's check this theory. In which way kind of the same dynamic, something from childhood, plays out now? In which way he or she is a little similar? In which way he or she evokes certain same feelings in us? Some of the same feeling we experienced then, we experience now. In which way we adapted? In which way those adaptations are playing out now? Simply noticing whatever is arising, pictures, feelings, reactions in the body. And when some young feeling, some vulnerable young feeling identity comes up now, you're suffering now with some vulnerable sense of identity. What happens now when this comes up? When we feel not enough, or alone, or not safe, or it can't be real, it can't share, or whatever we have. What's some of the game I'm still playing to get love and avoid discomfort? Yeah, so now we are kind of letting these old video footages kind of go. We let go of looking into the past. And let's simply come back to the here and now. And let's just be with what's here. Maybe for some of us, this is evoked painful feelings, sensations. And so we need to just take care of that. Yeah, so tune into the breath. Just let the breath be deep. No thinking. Yeah, breathing deeply. Allow the air. It's not just air, it's actually life, prana, chi, love, nourishment from the source. Let this fill you up. Allow this love, prana, enter all your lungs, stomach. And if there is any tightness or agitation or not, yeah, really notice it and let it be as it is. Let it be as it is, energy. And let go resisting it. Just see it for what it is. Some cluster of sensations somewhere. Give them space, release custody over them. Don't try to get rid of them. This is pain from the past that you already survived. Now you can totally take this one. And if you notice any particularly pinched area or tightness somewhere in your body, yeah, take a moment to observe it now, really, like inch by inch, frame by frame. No story. And be very precise, you know? It's something here. Notice, is it small size, a big size? Is it heat? Is it tight? And ask yourself, are you this cluster of sensation, or whatever that is, that wasn't here half an hour ago and it will go soon enough? Are you these sensations? Or are you that which is simply aware of the sensations? Obviously, we are not these sensations. These sensations are fleeting, that they are appearing to awareness. The sensations are not aware, they are not you. And we are that, whatever this is, which is present right now, to my voice, to the sensations. So once we establish that, then we have a choice to be busy with them, to try to maybe get rid of them, or to smoke something not to feel like this, or drink something, or have some chocolate, or to meditate, or blow some blue light on it, focus on it. So we can be involved with what we are not, fleeting energy, or we can go back to what we really are, this presence. So let's do the second option. So we can now zoom out from the sensation, even if it's painful or still there. Zoom out like in Google Maps, open your attention. Notice the space around the sensations. Yeah, and just being. Stop focusing completely on any particular area of the body. Open your attention and just let yourself be. Notice this open, empty, awake space. You know, this, if there any residual discomfort energetically in your body, that's okay. That will go soon enough. Don't worry about it. Yeah, trust me. Don't focus into it. Treat them like a school of fish, and let them do their thing. Open your attention. Be present to the fullness of the now. Notice also the air on your skin. Notice the sounds. Notice that the sense of being that's already here, the sense of I am. What we really are. When the body was small, the body was young, the body was older. Something was perceiving that hasn't aged. And this presence, which is hearing these words right now, the real you, has not been hurt, damaged, broken by any of the things that happened in childhood. So for the last couple of minutes, just do nothing, do nothing, just enjoying the now, resting in the present. Notice how maybe those sensations shifted. It's different. If we don't focus into them, if we don't fight them, they naturally discharge in the aware presence in which they appear. And now or another time, um, it would be a good idea to maybe journal or even bullet points some of those messages or some of those things that came up for us, because that's some juicy stuff. And what came up for us, it was deeply imprinted in us, in the nervous system, and people go to psychotherapy later because of some of those stuff. And so we're already a few steps ahead of the game by identifying those adaptations, those beliefs, those patterns,